The much-anticipated 2025 Yamaha YZF-R9 is one of the early protagonists helping to reinvent the supersport class as it continues to progress. Utilizing the same highly acclaimed 890cc CP3 triple engine as the MT-09 platform, the R9 is a fully-fledged supersport vehicle ready to take on vehicles that have broken free from the 600cc supersport mold, such as the Ducati Panigale V2, MV Agusta F3RR, Triumph Daytona Moto 2765, and the soon-to-be KTM 990 RCR. The manufacturer's suggested retail price, MSRP, for the 2025 Yamaha YZF-R9 is $12,499, which is $200 higher than the 2024 Yamaha MT-09 SP and far less than any of its competitors. With a few model-specific changes to fit its quicker purpose, the 890cc triple is back. Yamaha's CP3 mill was a triumph, and its triple produced a very pleasing exhaust tone. It gets better with the upcoming update. It will be modified for track use with a bigger radiator and model-specific fuel calibration, among other things. One notable difference between the R9 and the present 890cc touring and naked motorcycles might be the R9's larger final drive ratio, 16/45 to 16/43, which enhances peak speed. It makes sense to use this engine in a supersport setup. It has a peak speed that is comparable to a 600 inline-4, but in the low and mid-range it produces a lot more power suitable for daily use. Superbike-inspired rider aids are available on the YZF-R9. With a feature-rich electronics suite that is based on the technology initially seen on the YZF-R1, but redesigned and enlarged for the new model, the R9 is powered by a 6-axis IMU. These movable features are available to riders. There are 2 ABS modes, along with an independently deactivable rear-wheel ABS system, 4 power modes, 9 levels of traction control, 3 levels of shift control, 3 levels of wheelie control, 2 levels of engine braking management, rear skid control, launch control, and cruise control. All of these aids, aside from the front ABS, can be disabled. Utilize the most recent 5-inch full-color TFT display to configure your rider aids. The YZF-R9's dashboard has 1 track motif and 4 street themes, same as the MT-09 SP. The instrument panel has Bluetooth connectivity, just like the recently updated Yamaha models. Users can pair their smartphones with the Y-Connect app to pair their devices with the machine and receive media integration, communication announcements, and turn-by-turn navigation when paired with the Garmin Street Cross app. Winglets are expected from the beginning. It appears that winglets inspired by MotoGP are now standard on all new performance bikes. These are intended to increase downforce and stability. Peak downforce values for the aerodynamic elements placed into the fairing have not yet been released by Yamaha. The R9 maintains the same design aesthetic as the other members of the R-World family. The R9 is identified in the market by its angular bodywork and M-shaped front intake as the YZF-R3, YZF-R7, and YZF-R1, R1M. LED illumination is the norm everywhere. For the R9, a new chassis is available. The MT-09 platform may undoubtedly seem familiar to you, but it's more than just a simple copy and paste job. To achieve the racing objectives of the R9, Yamaha particularly designed a chassis. The brand new DeltaBox Gravity cast frame is the first of its kind and, according to Yamaha, the lightest aluminum frame ever created for a supersport vehicle. In the meanwhile, the MT-09 swing arm is shared by the R9. Overall, a 50-50 weight distribution is achieved by the chassis. Its 55.9-inch wheelbase is noticeably longer than that of the currently race-only YZF-R6, according to the geometry, which should increase stability. The R9's substantially higher 22.35-degree slope, on the other hand, should enable responsive handling. For the YZF-R9, fully adjustable KYB suspension is now available. The R9 has a brand new set of custom suspension that includes a remote spring preload adjuster, a linkage-type shocks with 4.6 inches of wheel travel, and a fully adjustable 43mm inverted KYB fork with 4.7 inches of travel.